It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Kitchen Land USA, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Hey there, good morning to you on Friday. Glad you're with us. Glad you made it through the week. And it's a holiday weekend now, the official start of summer, so it's a big one.
It is a big one. We begin with some news out of Douglas County. A woman there has critical injuries after shooting at deputies, and they returned fire, hitting her. Deputies were going to arrest the woman on felony charges on Wednesday evening, and they say that she shot at them. They fired back and hit her in the head. She was airlifted to a St. Louis hospital. Her name has not yet been released. We know that the deputies involved are on administrative leave pending the investigation, which is protocol. An external review committee found, quote, no sustained findings against the new Missouri State University president, Richard Biff Williams. The review stemmed from an incident while he was still president at Utah Tech University before he moved here. He fessed up to leaving an inappropriate display of vegetables on the doorstep of one Utah Tech employee, seemingly meant as a joke, according to him, but signed to appear as if it were for three other of his coworkers from them to an employee who had just had a vasectomy. So you can imagine. Apparently, Biff Williams admitted it. He apologized after the three coworkers filed a lawsuit against him for, quote, exhibiting a culture of hostility. No criminal wrongdoing was found, but the civil case is ongoing.
All right. The Springfield Airport is getting some pretty major upgrades, more than $35 million worth, in fact, of construction taking place there this year. It's not too fancy. Passengers won't notice a whole lot. You see the work being done, certainly, but it's setting up the terminal for future growth, is what the airport says. It'll be expanding the terminal apron, which is where the planes sit, right outside the glass where passengers sit.
It's like when passengers like sit down and they look out the big window and you look at the planes that you're going to get on. Where those planes are sitting, that is called the terminal apron. It is not called the tarmac, as it were.
The tarmac is what they land on and take off from, right?
Nope. That's the taxiway and then the runway. The tarmac is not really a thing.
Where's the tarmac? Pray tell.
Well, if you are, let me Google box it, but I'm pretty sure that if you were a real reporter,
ask Wikipedia what the
I
tarmac
am.
is.
But here's the thing. I don't think a tarmac should be, it's the material used for surfacing roads or other outdoor areas.
So a road that we drive on is a tarmac?
Yeah, it's a material. It's the material. Yes, it is the material. It is not an actual word at the airport. So when you hear reporters say that, you need to let them know that my grammar professor in college would fire them.
Well, here's what happens in reality is that people use the word for something and the meaning changes because that's what people know it as. And next year, tarmac's going to be in the dictionary.
Okay, I'm just letting you know that tarmacs are not an appropriate usage for the word of what's happening at the airport. It's called the apron. Okay. And I can't remember if you went to journalism school before. Was it 1955? What year did you graduate?
Well, I'm just saying, what's funny is that you're going to say a word that you then have to define for people when I could say the word and everybody's going to know what I'm talking about. But we would be technically wrong.
But if we were in normal conversation, I would do that. But I don't want the grammar police coming after me on Around the Ozarks.
That's
because
funny.
They do and they will.
We don't have grammar police. Don't watch Around the Ozarks.
That's not true.
They give us grace. They cut us slack. They know that we're winging it here. You know,
it's like farther and further. Do you remember like the difference between farther and further and then like a university who will remain nameless, Drury, messed it up in a commercial? I'm like, we're not farthering our education, people. But it's the same concept. Like, I'm sure that they got ripped for that because I wanted to rip them. I didn't because I'm a nice human, but
You held it till now.
Up until now. But you know what? It happens. It's the nature of the beast when you have a public facing job.
Well, here's the deal. I'm one of the people. I'm sitting in my basement currently, so I'm going to call it the tarmac.
All right. Do it.
And if they want to bring it on, bring it on. Because I don't check email. So I don't care.
That's the thing is Ethan's like, oh, someone's complaining about something. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, I'm taking the heat. Like, this is just life in general for us, by the way. He's none the wiser. Like, there's cool as a cucumber.
Hey, I do my thing. Ignorance is bliss. Like it or don't.
Literally 100% of the time. Ethan, you won the lottery. Awesome. Ethan,
like
your dog died. Oh, that's
like
unfortunate.
It or not.
Like, just right here.
Not too high, not too low.
Right here.
At any rate, the airport is going to be expanding the tarmac, which you and I know what that is, folks. The portion of the upgrade is $10 million. The rest of the money will replace the existing carpet inside some of the jet bridges. Is that the proper term? It's for future growth as the airport continues a fast upward trend in the number of people taking to the skies from there. And I guess landing from there as well. The Homeland Security Secretary says her goal is no more delayed responses for Missourians waiting on disaster relief assistance following all the severe weather tornadoes that we've had in recent weeks and months. Here in the Ozarks and in St. Louis, as a matter of fact, Secretary of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem told U.S. Senator from Missouri Josh Hawley publicly that she will absolutely expedite the needed assistance for this state. She also said she has plans to reform the FEMA application process so that people can actually fill it out and understand the paperwork as they do it. There's currently a FEMA review board working on that element. So we'll see if that how quickly that disaster assistance gets to the good folks of Missouri. Meanwhile, tomorrow is the end of an era in Springfield, and I hate to hear this, but Lloyd's Dry Cleaners is closing its doors for good. Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
It's actually been in business for 100 years.
I can't even believe that. That's crazy.
Oh, that makes it even worse.
I know.
That it's been around so long and probably a family business. And
I hope that they have like enough in their retirement that they don't have to go do something else. Because can you imagine like 100-year business? I think it is a family business. And then like having to go learn a whole new trade.
Well, and it's telling too that they're not selling it. They're just shutting it down.
Right.
So I don't know what that means for the dry cleaning business in general. But
well, I mean, think about it. Like I used to go to the dry cleaners all the time, and I have not been in years, nor have you. And you used to go all the time too.
Well,
it's just different. I mean, it's a different era. It's a different, materials are different, clothing, what we wear, how we wear it. Like, I mean, I'm sure that there's still some people who go to dry cleaners, but obviously it has shifted drastically. Even since we have been in a career that is very, as far as dress goes, one of the nicer careers, Yeah. Your dress has to be up to snuff. Well, not today. Not on Around the Ozarks. But I'm talking about on actual television.
I'm wearing a T-shirt and I'm in a basement. Hey, tomorrow is their last day. So if you have clothes at Lloyd's, guess what?
Go get them.
Guess when you need to pick them up by?
Go get them.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's sad. I hate to see Lloyd's go.
Man.
All right, you're up.
All right. If you have a vested interest in Sunshine Street, which a lot of people do, this story is for you. They are having a public meeting. The city is hosting an open house to discuss future plans for the street and to better understand how it's used because it's busy. They are having the meeting on June 3rd, which is a Tuesday, from 6 to 8 p.m. at Jefferson Avenue Baptist Church, which is on East Sunshine. The city is conducting a study that should help really best design that thoroughfare for years to come. And if you think about it, Sunshine has a school, residential housing, commercial business, a hospital, like everything. Everything. It has everything. And it's also one of the major thoroughfares for just commuter traffic.
Yeah, it is I'm on record for many years, and it hasn't changed, my opinion. But it is that's the street I like to drive the least in all of Springfield.
Yeah.
If I can avoid sunshine, any prolonged travel on sunshine, I do, because I just dislike it.
Yeah.
I feel like I stop at every red light there. Hey, remember when 7 Brew went in at that intersection, and I think people lost their minds because it was going to like shut down the city?
Yeah.
I don't think that's happened. Every time I've been by there, it looks fine.
Yeah. It hasn't.
Right?
That hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Nothing has. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Business as usual. Okay. This is interesting. Southwest Airlines is requiring passengers to keep their portable chargers in plain sight. Why? Because lithium ion batteries, easy for you to say, is a problem. They are a problem. They can be dangerous. There have been reports of some of them catching fire, as you know. So Southwest Airlines is actually the first U.S. airline to do this, but some Asian airlines have already done this. And here's why. There have been, according to industry experts like FAA, 19 incidents involving those batteries this year alone. But last calendar year, 24, there was a record high number of 89 lithium ion battery fires in the air.
In the sky.
Oh,
that's
my.
the issue. Yeah. That's
my.
That's a serious deal whenever there's a fire at 30,000 feet.
Yes. Anyway, so I think other airlines are probably likely going to follow suit, but so far Southwest is number one. We'll see.
All right.
Okay, this is a fun little story. The Wheelhouse is now open in downtown Springfield on South Jefferson. It's where Prairie Pie used to be, but is no more. This is a Mexican Thai fusion restaurant, which started in a food truck in 2012. And then after about 6 years later, they opened up the Vibe Hotel on East Sunshine. And now they are opening in downtown Springfield. They are open. It's happened. It's done. So give them a shot. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, good for them. We'll have to give it a try.
Yeah, I was looking at their menu. I mean, it's interesting. Like, I love Mexican food, Thai food. I think I like. I guess I'm not super familiar with it, but I'm like, yeah, I feel like I've eaten Thai food and I liked it. So a little combination of the two, apparently.
Okay, worth a shot.
Thai fusion.
Hey, congratulations to Missouri State University. They just won their first ever national title, and it came in, of all things, basically video games. Esports.
Yeah.
It was the National Esports Collegiate Conference Project 1 National Championship.
Yep.
And the university has 3 teams that competed, and one of the teams, called the Overwatch team, was the one that won the national championship. That's really cool.
Sounds fancy.
They beat Mount St. Mary's, and 16 students are on each of the 3 teams. So I don't know exactly how that works, but they all play. And then whoever has the highest score or the lowest score or whatever it is they're shooting for. But congratulations to Missouri State University's esports team.
Yeah.
So you can go to college for that now and get a scholarship. It's amazing what has happened, because
I feel like video gaming is one thing. If you're actually making money doing it, it's a totally different thing.
Well, and it's tough to tell your kid, hey, you'll never amount to anything playing that video game now, because they've got YouTube channels where they make millions of dollars. It's insanity.
Yeah. They make more than their parents.
Yeah. Now they all have
same parents who used to say that are now like, hey, Johnny.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Could I borrow something?
I stand corrected. It happens. It's going to be a rainy, maybe stormy weekend for Memorial Day weekend, so that's a shame. Make sure you stick around for Wake Up Weather with Abby Dyer, and hope you have a great weekend. We want to just say thank you. We're so profoundly grateful to the men and women who sacrifice for this country, given their lives for it, and their families. May God bless their families for generations to come because of the sacrifice they made. So that's what Memorial Day is about, remembering those who gave the ultimate sacrifice.
Absolutely.
And,
thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah. As part of that, we thank all of our active duty and veterans as well for what they do to keep the freedom that we have and hold dear. So thank you. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Tuesday off Monday.
We'll see you then.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Command Family Medicine and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. You are waking up on this beautiful Friday to what I consider some cold temperatures across the Ozarks. We're in the low to mid 40s in a few spots, upper 40s for others, but 40s. And yeah, it feels kind of cold outside. So make sure you have a light jacket with you this morning. Long sleeve shirt, sweatshirt would be appropriate in this type of weather. We are going to warm up a little bit, but overall it is going to be another kind of cool and stormy day in the forecast. And I hope you like the rain because I've got a whole lot of it heading our way for the weekend, unfortunately. Really kind of terrible timing for all of this rain happening for the holiday weekend, the unofficial kickoff to summer. And it's looking very soggy across the Ozarks. This morning, we're dry. We have a chilly start, though, with temperatures in the 40s for most. I am expecting our temperatures today will warm up. I expect that high temperatures today will land somewhere in the low 70s. That will be limited, though, by some rain that moves back into the forecast around 3 p.m. And we will keep a good amount of showers and thunderstorms on the radar through late this afternoon into the evening hours and lasting through overnight tonight as well. Rain and thunderstorm chances exist today, and there's even a small chance that a few of the storms could contain some hail. I am expecting some very heavy rainfall rates too. So round one of heavy rain moving in late this evening into tonight, lasting through early Saturday morning. Maybe some of the day on Saturday is going to be dry before round two of heavy rain moves back in. That's going to come through for us Saturday night into Sunday. Sunday's looking like a pretty soggy day in the forecast with heavy downpours, heavy rains and thunderstorms, and very high rainfall rates. And this activity may not even end on Memorial Day itself. I see additional chances for showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. So a whole lot of rain is heading our direction for the holiday weekend. Some of it has some flooding concerns with it as well. And while it varies with each round of rain that comes through, who gets how much rain, I think the overall consensus here is anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of rainfall is looking possible. And there may be isolated spots that see way more than that. I mean, maybe 8 inches of rain through the holiday weekend, which is way too much too quickly. We already have some increases in area waterways. The rivers are up. The lake levels are up. That is only going to get worse this weekend. So anybody with holiday plans near the water, you need to pay close attention to this forecast and really make sure you know how much rainfall your location is getting, how that may impact area waterways that you were planning to enjoy. It is going to be soggy every single day. I think maybe the best chance for heavy rain going to come through on Sunday, but we'll have our round one, as I mentioned, coming through later tonight. This is going to lead to flooding concerns across the Ozarks, and it's pretty much just like a bullseye on the Ozarks. Once again, all the way from areas from southeast Kansas back through northeast Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, and southern Missouri. Once again, we are seeing this big bullseye of rainfall heading through. Weather Prediction Center for the 3-day rainfall accumulation has most of our area seeing anywhere from 3 to 5 inches of rainfall, and those are widespread numbers. So increases on area waterways everywhere across the Ozarks. Highs today, I think we make it to the low 70s before the rain moves back in. Overall, it's a cooler day in the forecast, though. Rain is also going to limit those high temperatures on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. In fact, if you see rain all day, you're going to stay in the 60s for highs through much of the holiday weekend forecast. It is going to be a cool one, not the best for swimming this weekend, unless you really don't mind the cold water along with the cold temperatures. and the active rainfall. But it's just not going to be the best summer-like weekend across the Ozarks. Feeling a little more gloomy this time around. That's what we have to look forward to starting today, lasting all the way through Monday. Around the country, what's making headlines for the holiday weekend? Well, it's this coastal storm bringing rain and wind to much of New England, trying to wipe out the drought conditions up in the Northeast. We also have above average temperatures for the southern and western tier of the United States, as well as below average temperatures for much of the northern plains all the way into the mid-Atlantic. And of course, we will be cooler than normal as we head into the holiday weekend also. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question for the day. And the question yesterday that I left you with was, what flower is traditionally worn in honor of Memorial Day? And the options were A, the carnation, B, laurel leaves, C, the poppy, or D, dandelions. Well, there's a reason that I asked this question today, because you may see folks walking around with these on their shirt. It is C, the poppy. The Friday before Memorial Day, traditionally, you wear a red poppy to honor the fallen and support the living who have worn our nation's uniform. The red poppy is a nationally recognized symbol of sacrifice, worn by Americans since the World War I era to honor those who served and died for our country in all wars. So if you see somebody wearing a poppy today, it is because that is tradition, the Friday ahead of Memorial Day. All right, now we know. Here's another Memorial Day quiz question for you. Where is the largest Memorial Day parade held each year? Do you think that's A, Washington, D.C., B, New York, C, Philadelphia, or D, Fredericksburg, Virginia? You can let me know your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. By the way, a little programming note for you. Around the Ozarks, Wake Up Weather will not have an episode on Monday for Memorial Day. I want to make sure, though, that you pay attention to the forecast this weekend, because we could be dealing with some flooding and maybe life-threatening flooding if it's near our area waterways. So please pay attention to the forecast. Heed the warnings that are issued this weekend. And if you need weather information, we've got you covered all weekend long. It is up to the date, up to the minute at aroundtheozarks.com. Just click on the weather tab. You'll get your full forecast there. I wish everyone a safe and happy holiday weekend. And I want to thank our sponsors, Command Family Medicine and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. We'll chat again Tuesday next week.